Good morning. If you have decided to study to become a professional hypnotherapist, continue with us in this beautiful project of study and learning. Hypnosis is a powerful technique with which you will be able to help and improve the quality of life of a great number of your future patients. Remember, study the description of this video, where you can find a link to free training classes on clinical hypnosis, with several free ebooks. Reasons to quit smoking. If you view with skepticism all the warnings related to the danger of smoking, you have probably asked yourself some of the following questions. It is normal that you have done so, but you should know that the answers we are going to give you are not opinions, but facts. You have to die of something. Absolutely true. Dr. John McCormick of Dublin University put it so well. Life is a sexually transmitted disease, which begins with a sob and has a 100% mortality rate. However, our lifestyle is the key to living longer and, above all, living better. Quitting smoking is one of the basic elements to improve our lifestyle and live more satisfactorily. Environmental pollution is much worse. Environmental pollution is one of the great challenges that both governments and citizens of all industrialized countries must be aware of and alleviate in order to live a more habitable world for the next generations. However, if you smoke, you should know that when you inhale tobacco smoke, you introduce into your lungs toxic concentrations 400 times higher than the maximum allowed by law in industrial plants that have the highest concentrations of environmental pollution. The concentration of carbon monoxide in the air exhaled by a person who smokes is 30 to 50 times higher than that of a non-smoker, living in a city with high levels of air pollution. If tobacco is so harmful, why isn't it banned? You probably know what happened in the USA when the Prohibition Act prohibiting the sale and consumption of alcoholic beverages was introduced. The black market exploded to such an extent that the US government had to repeal the law. When an addictive product has been legally embedded in a culture for centuries, its prohibition creates far more problems that it intends to solve. In the case of tobacco, the solution to the epidemic dimension of the current problem is to outlaw tobacco advertising and promotion, increase its price, widely standardize smoke-free indoor public spaces, and provide educational programs. If smoking does so much harm, what good will do it to me to quit after 20 years of smoking? Regardless of the damage that smoking may have caused you, you should know that from the very moment you stop smoking, the risk of suffering from all the diseases derived from tobacco consumption begins to decrease. Moreover, after 5 to 10 years, this risk is almost the same as that of a person who has never smoked. The sooner you quit, the more years you will enjoy your life, and the better the quality of the years you live. Isn't it better to continue smoking and die earlier, but with peace of mind? The harmful effects of smoking lead to long-term diseases, which are also responsible for a significant deterioration in the quality of life over the years. Therefore, the question is that it is worth giving up smoking, not only to live longer, but to live much better. Your life belongs to you, but it also belongs to some extent to the people who love you, and there are probably more of them than you think. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for your loved ones. Why should I stop smoking? Every smoker has his or her reasons for wanting to quit. Read the following reasons and tick the ones you think are the most important. To look after my health and the well-being of my family. To set a better example for my children. To prevent illnesses in my children, such as bronchitis and colds. To improve relationships with my loved ones. To save money. To avoid possible fires and burns on furniture. To live for many years and therefore enjoy my children and grandchildren. To improve my health immediately. To breathe better. To have fewer colds and less cough. To feel more energetic. To avoid serious health problems in the future. To avoid lung cancer and other types of cancer. To avoid heart disease. To improve my physical appearance. To get rid of bad breath. To have a more pleasant taste in my mouth. To remove the yellow color of my teeth and fingers. To avoid burns on my clothes. Immediate benefits. The health benefits of quitting smoking are immediate and substantial. Almost immediately, blood circulation begins to improve and the level of carbon monoxide in the blood begins to drop. Carbon monoxide, a colorless, odorless gas found in cigarette smoke, reduces the blood's ability to carry oxygen. Within 20 minutes, blood pressure, heart rate, and the temperature of feet and hands return to normal. This reduces the risk of injury to the heart and circulatory system due to overexertion and the build-up of particles on the walls of the arteries. No smoker would drive on the motorway with their car revving at full throttle in low gear, but they all allow it to happen in their own body, when they go through life with the heart working far harder than it needs to. At 8 hours, breathing is deeper and there is better lung oxygenation. At 24 hours, the risk of sudden death decreases. At 48 hours, the senses of taste and smell are normalized. By 72 hours, respiratory function is normalized. Women who quit smoking before pregnancy or during the first 3 to 4 months of pregnancy reduce the risk of having a low birth weight baby to the level of a woman who has never smoked. The benefits of quitting smoking outweigh in benefits any risk of increasing average body weight by 2 or 3 kilograms or any adverse psychological effects of quitting smoking, or any adverse psychological effects that might occur after quitting. If your age and weight allow, you can climb the steps 2 at a time again without your lungs suffering. And when you wake up, your mouth will no longer be pasty, your throat will no longer be a cavern, and your voice will no longer be rusty. Improvements that will be appreciated, especially those closest to you. If you're interested in learning more about clinical hypnosis, watch our next video, Long-Term Benefits of Quitting Smoking. Remember to study the description of this video, where you can find a link to free training classes about clinical hypnosis, with share-free ebooks as well. If you have questions, add them in the comment area. About this topic and many others we'll talk about in the channel and in the videos that we'll publish. So, if you're interested, don't miss our next videos. Thank you very much.